Hey guys, it's Kelly. I'm going to try and get something done super fast. And some of it will probably be a voiceover. And some of it will be me talking to you like I am right now. So, let me get, I'm so tight on time lately. Yeah, I got goodies from Rin. Woohoo! So excited. I love getting goodies from Rin. Okay, here are the stamps. You know what? And Rin, if you're watching, I tell you, you probably just saw me hack my unmounted sheets, which I still love those, but I don't cut them anywhere near like you do. You're probably like, you're destroying my stamps, Kelly. But here, oh my gosh, look at the leaves. I love them. These have been sitting on my desk while I've been working like some crazy madwoman. I've been going nuts because I want to play. Look at all the different sizes of the leaves. How much fun am I going to have with these? You're about to see. I'm so excited. I've been dying to get some playtime. And here are some gorgeous flowers. I love them all. I love how she does them in different sizes so you can, and in threes and in sets so that you can play with them. And look at this. It's a hibiscus. I think that's what this is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to play with some stamps today. But then I also got stencils. This is a brand new line of stencils that she got. I have them separated by paper. I didn't want them to get messed up. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it coordinates well with her stamp sets. So there's that one. I'm going to make a card today. Then there's this one. This is gorgeous. I might do my background in that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't even know what direction I'm going to go today, guys. I really don't. I'm just going to wing it. And then there's this one. I forget what these are called. Rin has such an eye for nature and just really using her artistic ability to just bring it out. And it's just beautiful. So I love all of these. I'm going to play. So I think I'm going to make a card. I have these envelopes, which are, I really like the red. What are these? They're not standard envelope size, I don't think. They're just about 6.5 by like 4.5, 4 3/4. So with that, I cut some watercolor paper to size, and I thought before I sanded that I was going to tell you guys about this, because if you, like me, if your blades on your cutters, like this, when your blades get a little bit dull, they start marring up your paper and like leaving, hopefully you can see, leaving these little jagged edges, which sometimes that's cool. I mean, you like to distress it, but if you don't want to distress it, I'm looking for something. If you don't want to distress it and you want it nice and smooth, there it is. Oh, look, I'm all ready for watercolor. Oh, for crying out loud. You can sand it. Let me get back on track. I've got another one. Here we go. So if you don't like these little pieces on there, you just take a nail file. I just get the cheap ones from Walmart. They're the coarse ones. And you just rub it across there. Or you can go like this. Buy a little bit more time when you can't get to the store to get blades. Look, all smooth, all gone. And see all those pieces? Hopefully you guys can see all those little pieces. I've shown you this before, but it was a long time ago. Here's a little tip. There you go. Just a couple swipes and you're good to go. Ta-da! Okay? So I thought I would show you that, because that might be helpful, because that makes me mad when I want a nice crisp line and I can't get it because my blades are dull and I don't have time to run out to the store. I think I'll put that aside. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I think I'm going to do, yep. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't tried this yet. And I've seen a few people do it. And I haven't tried it. But I'm going to go for like a resist with my stencil, and I'm going to see how that works. To do this, am I going to use a brush? Not sure. Because I kind of want the white to come through. At least that's what I think I want at this moment in time. I'll change my mind in like 2 seconds. But I'm trying to, I think I'm going to use my matte medium. You can use Mod Podge to stencil with it and then make a resist and then color around it. That's what I think I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to use this gorgeous stencil as my background. And give me some interest there. I want them to be all over, just kind of coming off the page. But I don't want it to be dead center with one perfectly in the center. So I think I'm going to offset it a little bit. Yeah, kind of like that. That's going to work. And I want to hold it still. Slap down a couple pieces of tape. One of them has the paper and the stencil in it. This one just has the stencil. So hopefully that'll keep it nice and clear for me. Now I want to find a sponge. Do I have one? I do. Barely. It's barely alive. Down. So I wanted, while I'm going to do this, I'm going to chat with you guys. I really appreciate everybody's comments. As a lot of you know, I've lost my dad recently, and I'm doing fine. Got my big girl pants on. I'm okay. You know, it's sad, but you get through it together as a family. And between that and insane work, where people you think you can count on just let you down. When you are self-employed, you don't call in sick. When somebody else calls in sick, you cover for them. So there's no, oh gee, not going to get that work done. Because if you do that, you lose your contract and you don't get any work. And you don't feed your family. So, on top of all that, as I've been telling a lot of people, it's just work has been insanely busy. I'm having to cover for 3 people. And that's just the way it's going to be for a while. There's no way around it. Tried to fix it and got let down severely. And that's how the world turns sometimes. And I'm going to have faith in karma. Karma's going to take care of that person that totally did that. But anyway, spare you the details of just somebody just completely letting me down. But with all of that going on, I just, oh my gosh, my artistic time is like nil, like nothing. And I'm so bummed about it because it's so great. So any little extra time I get, I want to make sure I do this fun stuff because it's really good therapy and I need it. I need it in my life. So I'm going to rinse my sponge-a-doodle here. Okay. Oh, see, I was in such a hurry I didn't even get myself my rags out or nothing. Here we go. So I'm going to dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did some testing because I wasn't sure. It's been a while since I worked with Dylusions, but I have them and I do like them. So I tested on a little extra sheet of paper. I put just a little bit of my matte medium on there. And then I sprayed some just to see how it would look. And I'm like, I think I'm going to try that. So another little tip, if you're a little nervous, because a lot of us, especially when you're first starting out, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I don't want to waste all this product. So just try it on a small little extra strip that you have. Put a little bit of your, whatever you're using on there and just test it out and see if you like it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Okay? Hopefully that helps somebody. I mean, it seems like common sense, but when you're in, knee deep and you got all your stuff around you and you're just going to town, sometimes you're not thinking about it until after you've already sprayed it and you're like, yeah, that didn't work out for me. So I'm just going to protect my area as much as I can here because the Dylusion spray is crazy. Okay, you can't see it, but I've got my stuff on there. And I'm thinking that I really like the After Midnight. And where is my, and I think Bubblegum Pink. I'm going to try those two together, and I'm just going to spray them and cross my fingers and hope it works out. So I hope you guys can see this. So I'm going to do a little, well, I already tested. So there's some of that. Want one little dark spot. And my Bubblegum Pink. What else do you think? Ooh, that might be a little too dark. And now I'm going to spray some water. Just a little bit of misting. And then we'll see what happens. Look at all that. That's crazy. Not sure. I'm not sure what I think about all that. I'm gonna dry it. Let's see what happens. I think it's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna save all these. That's the thing that just bothers me about the Dylusions ink is all the waste. You know, you say, oh, I'm not going to waste it, I'm going to use it. Really? Really? I mean, I could cut this off, or actually I could do another print on a piece of paper, probably with it. I've got some extra paper here. You know, yeah, that didn't work. Maybe if I wet it. I'm just thinking, you know, gosh, it gets wasteful. And I don't freak out about wasting stuff. I really don't. I kind of go with it. But this is like the most wasteful thing that I have, if I think about it. I'm going to wet it right through there. I don't know where my brayer is, otherwise I'd be doing that. But yeah, I just feel like it's pretty wasteful. But I do like it. I don't know where my brayer is. It's somewhere. Somewhere. Aha! I found it. Well, whatever. It is what it is. It's a nice pastel-y Easter color. Figure out what to do with that later. So here we are, back here at this prettiness. Now I think it looks very pretty, but maybe a little lighter. It's just a baby wipe. Ah, look at my handprints. I don't want to lift too much. But I definitely want to see my pretty stencil. I love that stencil. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oops. It goes there. So what I used, I added a Vibrant Turquoise, Bubblegum Pink, and After Midnight. And I love how vibrant that is. And I'm just trying to get some of the color up from, I don't want all of it up because I don't want totally white. But yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty. I'm going to dry it. It's not completely dry, but I'm okay with it for now. Okay, So I think that what I'm going, I love it just the way it is. I don't want to mess it up. I like it. I'm going to think about what I'm going to do next, and I'll be right back. I have an idea. We'll see. I'll be right back. Okay. What I decided to do is take this sheet back. I just left it as it is. I dried it a little bit more. And I'm going to stamp on it. When in doubt, stamp something. Ooh, there's nothing like peeling off the back of a brand new stamp. Oh yeah. I love it. Woohoo! Now I'm limited on my blocks that I have. So, gotta go with what I got. I barely got it to fit on there. My idea is to use the similar background, but the lighter hues of the same color palette that I've got, and cut it out and have some dimension. I kind of like the idea. I hope you guys do too. Without, I don't want it too dark. And this is watercolor paper, so it's got some bumps in it, so I'm going to really press hard and give that ink plenty of time to give me a good impression, because it's uneven what I'm stamping on. Ooh, and that's a good one. So I might not be able to cut that out. I'm probably not going to, but I will stamp it in the background and use this part as an extension of it. You'll see what I mean. It's probably confusing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to stamp it. Let me clean myself up here. Not sure if I'm going to use this in this card, but I'm going to stamp it and see how it works out for me. Brand new stamp. Woo! I'm so easily entertained, apparently. Try this one. I got some stuff on my stamp. Ugh. I love these stamps. There's kind of a simplicity about them that I really like. I want some more of that pink. I'll go right there. Nice. Love it. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the leaves, but it's kind of a small card, so I think I might go for a couple of the smaller patterns. And I am going to fussy cut them, so it doesn't matter for placement other than the color that I'm looking for on my created background here. Oh, I love these leaves. And you'll see when I ink them up the difference in them. It's not just the same type of thing. Let's see. See how that's filled in there and then open in those areas? I love that. I love that design. It's those little things that make designs so unique. I want this area right here. I gotta give it plenty of time to really soak in. Nice. Ugh, I love these leaves. Ah, Ren, you're a winner. They're awesome. I'm gonna fussy cut a bear back. Alrighty, time for a voiceover. Got interrupted many times. So I'm using regular gel matte golden medium there, just to, it's a gel, and I want to seal my colors in my background because I really like how that turned out. So I got that funky glob out of there, and then I just laid it on pretty thick because I wanted it to add some texture as well. And I really liked, this is the first time I've done this, And I really like how that sealed in the background without smearing so much. So definitely want to recommend that. It smeared a little bit, but it wasn't bad. And I really like how that worked out. So, but then off screen I also added some more pink, and I'll go over that a little bit later with you, the different colors that I added. So I had a little bit more of the gel on my little palette knife there, and then I had some stamping that I did on some tissue paper, just testing them out, seeing how I was going to do it. And I thought, you know what, I'll just make a little stick type thing, and I'll use that somewhere else with some of the extras. So just clean it up a little bit, and then I dried. I let that matte medium dry real nicely, and then I decided that the stencil needed to be more white. So what I did was lay the stencil over the exact same way as I did it originally, got some gesso out and a sponge, and I just went over it again with the gesso. And with that sponge, it's a cheap sponge, but it leaves like little bubbles and really nice texture on my stenciled pieces, so I liked that. And I'm just pouncing it all over kind of lightly. You don't want to squish it down, otherwise it squishes underneath your stencils. For those that don't know, I used to do that all the time. I would think that I needed to put it on there harder so that more would get on there. Yeah, no, you don't have to do that. Just lightly pounce it on there. It's better to do it lightly multiple times than to just think you're going to get away with doing it once, squishing it down, and then be done. It squishes underneath your stencil. That's a tip for newbies. Those that already know, be patient. I didn't know. I had to figure it out. So there we go. See, I'm just pouncing all over, lifting it up, and I definitely like that contrast. Really, really cool. So now here's the fussing that I did. So, and I left this in here so you guys can see, you know, I go in like so many different directions, and then I wind up just changing, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of thing. But first I tried the Versamark with the embossing powder, but I didn't have white opaque embossing powder, if you can believe that. So then I found some white opaque ink that I had in my stash, and I thought, oh, that looks cute, maybe I'll do that. And I had fussed with that yellow piece with the stamp for so long. It's got the green stamps in the background as well, and then I stickled it, and the stickles kind of I stamped it with Distress ink, so the stickles activated the Distress ink, and then it smeared a little bit, but it still looked kind of cool. But it just wasn't going with this card. It's a little too big, and then it just, I really love the background, and it was taking away from it. So I do all these little test pieces, and I'm showing you this just so you know that I don't just do something, I don't think anybody does. You don't just do it half the time and it's just going to work out exactly the way you want it. So you have to kind of, you know, try it on your scrap pieces and say, oh yes, I like that, or no, I don't like that. So, and I thought, well, maybe I can make it work if I, you know, edge it with white, which is something I don't usually do at all. But I was just playing and seeing what I liked and what I didn't. And although I really like that, the stamp on the yellow and the stickles, it doesn't look horrible, but it just wasn't working. So I still have that, and I'll use that for something else. It's a cute little card to say, you know, thinking of you still. It's very, very cute. But I wind up not using it, obviously, as you saw the pictures before. Now, that green cardstock that I found that I liked, the reason why I'm doing that is because it's a white core paper, and I don't like the white core that shows on the edges when you cut it. And I was just showing you there when I was pointing to the white core. So I just really sharply used my archival to cover that up. And then just to bring in that edge a little bit more, I use my sponge just to go around and kind of dust the edges with that black, just to finish off the edges of that paper, because that's going to be what I'm going to mat it on. I have to clean up as I go. I can't handle it. I can't handle chaos. Sorry for it being blurry. It'll focus in a second. So, but yeah, here I am. I'm trying to make it work and going, you're fussing too much with it, Kelly. Just go with it. But it didn't go. I love the yellow. And that is the Dylusions Lemon Zest, I believe. And then Distress ink over it. So there's my background. I'm like, just commit. Just decide. But I fuss. So you guys aren't the only ones. Look, I'm spinning it. I'm trying it all different directions and just trying to make it work. And again, it wouldn't have been the end of the world if I would have gone with that. It's okay. But it just wasn't happening. So I went with a more simple design by the end of the day. See? I'm trying everything. And this is even sped up, guys. I mean, I fussed like crazy over designs and tried in all different ways. Crack myself up when I watch this sometimes. Stop it already! It doesn't work! But I hope this doesn't bore you guys too much, but when you're doing stuff like this, you're not the only ones that are sitting there spending so much time. And look at the back. I flipped it over. See? I tried that too. That didn't work either. So you're not alone in all the different things and the fussing that you do over where you're going to put things. I'm still trying. Okay guys, sorry I missed a lot of this video, but that's okay, we can talk through it. So, yeah, I changed up my colors. I wanted a little bit more of the bubblegum pink on there, and then I added some green on there because I decided that I was going to use these gorgeous leaves. So, I kind of fussed with it for a little bit, as you saw, because I went back and forth with including that little stickle piece that I had done, which is cute on its own, but it was just too overpowering for what I wanted to achieve here because I really wanted to highlight the background. So what we missed is, I think you saw that I put gesso. I put the stencil back over it and then I gessoed with a sponge and just made it a little bit more white. And then I highlighted it and messed up a few times, but I'm okay with it. I used a purple highlighter and added some lines in between the stencil pieces. And then this is what I stamped onto the extra sheet of paper, and I just used some titanium white paint and swiped it on there and made it a little bit more white because it was disappearing in my busy background. So it needed to kind of be up a little bit more. So once I added just some titanium white all around the edges and swiped it kind of thick, I liked that a little bit better. And then I inked the outsides of it with archival ink just so it popped a little bit. And I put it up on some foam tape. And the leaves I left flat because they were already bending up, so it has some nice dimension there. And then this is just thinking of you. I just put it on some paper, taped it onto some black cardstock, and used my white Jelly Roll pen just to call a little bit more attention because, again, it's kind of busy, which I love, actually. But I needed to call a little bit more attention to the sentiment and the card. So I didn't fold the card. I just added, oh, it's getting dirty, some white cardstock on the back, and I can write on it that way. And then it'll fit nicely into my red envelope. It'll fit nicely in there, and then I can mail it just like that. It'll barely fit in my envelope the way I cut it. So, but there you have it. So, and then I did my little initial right there. So I think that's pretty much everything that we missed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really liked this was the first time that I had sealed my Dylusions ink background with the golden gel matte medium. And it worked quite nicely. And then, yeah, so, and it added some nice texture to it as well. So, hope you guys liked it. I totally enjoyed this. I so needed my downtime. So lots more to come because I have some gorgeous stencils from Ren, some gorgeous stamps, and I just can't get enough of them. I just need more time in my day. All right, thank you guys so much. More to come.